What is up, guys? How we doing? We got a new subscriber last night. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your support and welcome to the team. I suggest the trauma dumping playlist. It's got my whole life story on it and get you to know me better. And I have a Discord as well. Link is in the description. And whether you watch one video or all of them, I just appreciate you being here. Thank you. Welcome to another Jeremy Ramblins video, a weekly vlog series where I talk about my thoughts, week, and everything in between. This one's going to be a little bit of a heavy one. First of all, I want to say I appreciate all the support on the reviews. I was actually kind of worried about straying away from my normal, just talking about my life and doing commentary to doing reviews, and I really appreciate the support there. It's been awesome talking about Twisted Metal. I love that it's such a beloved fan base, and it's awesome. And I look forward to reviewing the rest of the series. I think I'm actually going to rewatch episodes 1 through 5 because I've been watching them, first thing in the morning while I'm getting ready for work and whatnot. And so maybe I haven't been giving the show a fair deal. Maybe I need to go back and watch them when I'm not just waking up and whatnot. But I'm excited, so I want to see it first thing. But it's just been cool, and I would like to lean more in that direction. We got Alien Earth out right now, which I'm very curious in and thinking about reviewing weekly. We got Peacemaker coming the 21st, which I'm excited about reviewing. And I cannot suggest the podcast enough. The Peacemaker official podcast with James Gunn. If you are a Peacemaker fan, it's a lot of fun, man. It's James Gunn and the other actors just doing hour-long episodes of each, breaking down each episode behind the scenes, talking about the music, giving a spotlight to the bands, and it's awesome. And James Gunn has said that Peacemaker has been his favorite project that he's worked on, even over Superman, and I think you can tell. And yeah, I recommend that to anybody that likes Peacemaker. It's been awesome. It's available on HBO Max. It's available on YouTube on the HBO Max YouTube channel. And it's great. It's just an awesome behind the scenes thing. But I really do want to get more into reviews. I just feel like I suck at them. But practice, makes perfect. And I was thinking about reviewing Twisted Metal Black. We'll see. I'm stuck. I beat it, as I said, as Sweet Tooth. I wish I got that on Twitch, but I didn't. So you're just going to have to take my word for it. Well, I guess I do have it on memory card, but I cannot seem to beat it as any other character. I really tried with Shadow. The driver Raven, her special is awesome, but it's a hard one to land. It shoots straight and you gotta detonate it over the person. If you can do it perfectly, it's an amazing special. But I miss. I hit 2 out of 10 shots, so it's just a skill issue. And but I used Darkseid, who drives the semi, and I'm at the boss and I'm stuck. I have no idea how to deactivate Minion's shield with Darkseid, and she's slow as hell. And I cannot, no matter what character I use, seem to get through the game. It's a hard game, or maybe I just suck. That's probably what it is. But yeah, I just appreciate all the support on the reviews. It's been a rough week. It's been a great week for the channel, but it's been a rough week, and I'm sure you guys know that by now. And I just want to thank you guys for being here, and making me feel welcome and understood, and I know I'm harsh. I know that my video yesterday is pretty harsh, but that was a cultivation of 20 years of belittlement kind of coming out. I don't enjoy sitting here talking shit about my own family. I don't enjoy that. And I know that on screen I'm here just tearing apart his argument, but when I get done filming, it hurts, you know? It hurts, and I don't like talking about that. I have this problem where when I'm not feeling good, I just kind of clam up and just become a recluse, and I don't talk about it. And I need to stop doing that. I got this beautiful community growing, and the Discord is so supportive, and I should just post in there and ask for advice or just share just to do it instead of being all clammy and sticking to myself for a couple days. The truth is, man, is I'm not blaming my family for where I'm at today. That's not what those videos are meant to be. I'm where I'm at today because of my stupid choices in life. Yeah, did my support system suck? Yes. Did my, when I was 18, you know the story. Yeah, I've said it a lot. Did that help by any means? No, but I'm the one that went down the dark road of doing drugs. I'm the one that had a kid when I wasn't really ready to. I'm where I'm at today because of my choices. I'm blaming my support system as to why my childhood was so shitty. Why I have anxiety issues, or to them, I'm insane. When really I'm just a guy that's really anxious and has panic attacks. Not so much, now because I got on medicine for it and am actively going to a doctor, which his comment tried to insinuate I wasn't. But it hurts, that my entire life I've suffered with self-worth issues, and that's why. By literally being told by family, we don't want you in Tennessee. That's not the first time he said that. That's not the first time this isn't a result of me being mean in videos. This is a result of me finally being done taking it, And my entire life I've suffered from self-worth issues and these anxiety issues, and having to realize at 16, this isn't normal. I'm not normal. I shouldn't feel this way. I dated my high school sweetheart. Was so awesome. She was beautiful. She was so smart, and because of how neglectful my mother was, I genuinely did not think that I was worthy of her love, which led to deep-rooted insecurity issues. And it took ruining that relationship, not being an abusive asshole, just being insecure and, not a good partner. And it took a lot of self-discovery and failures to get to the root of that problem and realize that's what it was, that it was self-worth issues, because at 16, it's like, why am I feeling this way? Why am I this insecure? Why am I this worried all the time? This isn't normal to be this worried about something this minor. And throughout my adult life, I've had to navigate that and figure out where that's coming from. And whether my family wants to admit it or not, I've done like a complete 180. I had panic attacks and general anxiety disorder. And 5 years ago, well, I guess 6 years ago now, I was a day drunk sulking who was an asshole to everybody. Just bitching about my life and my childhood and sulking, pouting, doing nothing. And when Persephone came to be, I had to take a hard look in the mirror, man. And got sober. But getting sober wasn't enough. I had to realize, I need to change as a person. That these issues, I need to make me, because I suffer from anxiety disorder, that it isn't anybody else's responsibility to deal with. You can't just be overly anxious and paranoid and insecure and go, oh, well, it's my anxiety disorder popping up, and expect your partner to deal with that. No, you've got to figure that out. And I did. And now that I've made it part of me, and I'm not really ashamed of it, if anything, it makes me who I am. And I've overcame it to a degree and made it, like I said, a part of me. I wanted to better my relationship with the family that I've left, with my mother, who has had a stroke and is on her last legs before she's gone, with my grandmother before she's gone. And all of this whole week of arguing with family started because I simply wanted them to look in the mirror, go to family therapy, have these deep conversations about how you've contributed, about how you continue to, with the shitty comments, with the constant comparison to my sister, with the constant name calling and dragging me down. And I didn't just bring this up out of the blue. They made a shitty comment for the 20th time, so I finally brought this up and worded it in a very respectful way, even, and actually sit down and look at yourselves and how you treated my mother and how that contributed, and actually have these conversations. Because if I'm capable of change, it's not a coincidence that I've changed who I am as a person, and now I'm starting to see why the family is so flawed. And I can't force anybody to change, but it just came to a point to where it's like, this relationship is tearing me down. It's making me more stressed out and emotionally stressed out as a father. and it's something that I don't want her to have to deal with. So it's at a point where either you guys need to help and get to the root of this stress now that I've overcame it myself, and if we want to better our relationship, instead of sweeping all this under the rug, actually have to sit down, talk about it, go to therapy, and try to work things out so we can strengthen our bond. Or I don't want to do this anymore. You guys are just stressing me out and making me feel like shit. And that's what this week was. That's what all this fighting was. That's what that comment from Terry was all because of that. Because I wanted them to look in the mirror for a second. And I know that there's going to be some people that don't like that disagree with that think family is family, and they're always family, and you just put up with whatever. And I just don't agree with that stance. If that's your stance, more power to you. I am not going to continue or subject my daughter to people that are like that. Because dude, they cause mental illness and then weaponize it. And then belittle you for having it. And then weaponize it some more. They are quite literally the reason that I had to spend these years overcoming these issues of self-worth and continue to. It hurts, but you guys make me feel welcome and understood, and you look forward to my videos every day, no matter what I'm going to talk about, because you enjoy who I am as a person. And my own family doesn't make me feel that way. And so I just can't say enough how much I appreciate that you guys make me feel like I'm actually doing good, like I actually matter. Because they don't, and they never have. And I think that's just really reflected in his comment. And it's a beautiful thing. That's what I set out to do with this YouTube channel, was to make friends, and I did that. The rest is just a bonus. It's not about the number of subscribers. It's not about the views. It's about the few of you that that stop and are like interested in what I have to say, interested in you could be watching anything else right now. There's so many different people on this platform. There's so many different that's the most valuable thing on the planet to everybody right now, is your attention, and you're watching me. You're in my Discord. You're lifting me up. And I accomplished that. And I'm proud of that. My family spits on the idea and thinks this is stupid, but what is insane to me is that for an entire year I've been making videos as an outlet for my anger, as an outlet for cravings, as an outlet for everything I'm dealing with, and not one time did my parents think, wow, or family, sorry, not my parents, I don't have, not once did my family look at it as, wow, you know, he's actually trying to do something. He actually is trying to find an outlet and listen to what I say in these videos. And no, they just shit on the idea. Just thought it was stupid. Why am I putting this out there for everybody to hear? Despite it literally helping me. But then they come, you know, complain about my mental state. It's awesome, man. Like I literally can't tell you how just backed into a corner that they make me feel. And so I finally bit. And it hurts, but all I care about is what's best for my daughter. And that she never has to feel what I did. To not feel emotionally supported or loved, and that no matter what, she always just knows that she has someone there. And I truly believe in life, everything happens for a reason, that every decision you make is for a reason. And, you know, every decision I made in life had to happen for Persephone to be here. And here we are, you know, got a Discord, 150 subscribers in, and I'm just grateful I made it this far. And as far as I'm concerned, I've done what I've set out to do, and at this point it's just extra. And the fact that you guys literally look forward to what I have to say and just want to see how I'm doing and learn from maybe my life experiences, and it means a lot. Sorry, I don't know if you noticed, I have a hard time looking at the camera whenever I'm talking about deep shit, so, work hasn't been going good. We have worked every day. But it's mid-August and it's slowing down, so I'm really stressed out about that. I don't know what we're gonna do, man. I know that this job isn't sustainable much longer, and I just don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't even put her in daycare. I looked into getting a child. I looked into daycare and shit and pre-K and whatnot, and I have to get custody papers, so I have to finalize the divorce. Oh yeah, newcomers. I'm still technically a married man. But, that shouldn't, I don't know. I just make an appointment. I've already have a lawyer. It's literally, whenever I want to sign the papers, and I've been putting it off to make a point, because last time I was there, he wanted to make, well, I probably shouldn't talk about this. I've been waiting a long time to prove a point. Her mother hasn't contacted her in over a year. And that's all I'll say. So, I need to get the custody papers so we can start looking at options because I need a better job. But it's August. Nobody's hiring right now. Seasons. Seasons, I mean, you know, Branson does get busy in December, but as far as waiting tables goes, I don't think anybody would be hiring right now. It's the best job I would even be able to get if she was magically able to get in daycare tomorrow would be something at like Walmart, which would still be better than what I'm making now. So, but I mean, I'm not opposed to doing that work. It's just, it's not so simple to get somebody to watch Persephone, you know? I don't want to hire a random babysitter, and you want to know a funny story? I'll end this video with a funny story. I had a Uber customer. She was a cute middle-aged woman from, where did she say? Spain. And I had her like 3 or 4 times. And the last time I drove her, she was talking about how she was going back to Spain. And she said that, you know, we had talked several times, you know, about me being a single dad. And this is the job I'm doing because I can bring Persephone with and whatnot. And she called me cute, and then she said, look, you're cute. What you should do is I shit you not, dude. This is what an actual person said to me. This woman said, look, you're cute. What you need to do is you need to get a woman that's uglier than you. You need to date a girl that's uglier than you and have her watch your kid while you figure things out and get a job and get financially set. And then you just break up with her whenever you have things figured out. And I just went, yeah, I don't know. Like, I didn't want to, like, you know, she's a customer, so I didn't want to say that's such an asshole thing to say. So I just was like, okay, I'm not gonna do that, but thank you for the suggestion. Like, that is so messed up, man. Get an uglier woman who will appreciate me. That's what she said, that will appreciate me and use her to watch my kid and get a better job and then dump her whenever I'm financially set. That is a real story from a cute woman from Spain. So, if you made it to this point, I hope you got a chuckle out of that because that is fucking terrible. Anyway, I love you guys. And yeah, the last Jeremy Ramblins video probably should have opened with this. The most successful Jeremy Ramblins video yet. And that's all you guys.